guys, welcome back to my channel. If you can hear thunder, it's pouring. It is literally thunderstorming so bad right now. So if you hear thunder, that's why. But anyways, I sat down and created this just super beautiful, in my opinion, just royal blue, kind of cobalt blue makeup tutorial, and I absolutely love it. It's really not like your typical blue tutorial. Usually when I see people doing a lot of blue makeup looks, I don't know, it's usually very, very blue. Now this one's more of a blue smoky eye to where it has a lot of browns and blacks still incorporated into it. So it is, in my opinion, just a little bit more wearable and more sultry and stuff like that. But yes, I really like this makeup tutorial, and I have filmed this twice now because I tried to sit down yesterday and do it, and I failed because I did not have a plan of how I was going to do it. I kind of just like sat down and was like, okay, I'm just gonna wing it, and it did not turn out that well. So yes, here I am today recreating what I did yesterday, but on a much better note. If you guys haven't noticed, I did dye my hair. I did, you know, well, you guys know I had very blonde hair, just like honey blonde hair, and I want the ends to be a little bit more platinum, but whatever, I'll get to that point to where my ends are more platinum, but it's just kind of gray on the bottom. That's just how the glaze turned it. But the roots, I wanted darker roots and just kind of platinum blonde ends. So the ends, they're going to, you know, whatever, change a little bit throughout. It is pouring outside. But anyways, yes, enough talking about my hair. I do want to say one last thing. I am sorry for the wait on a video. Me and my sister got a hair stuck to my lip gloss. But me and my sister share this camera. We only have one camera, and we both share it. And she has her YouTube videos in her channel that she does for she does singing and music and stuff like that. So yes, the camera was with her last week because she is in college and she needed to film, so she had the camera last week. So that's why I did not post a video. I'm sorry, you guys, but I'm here now. We're here. Time to film. Let's do this. But yes, if you guys want to see how to create this makeup look, then please keep on watching. Bye, guys. I'm going to go into my Jaclyn Hill palette, obviously. And I'm going to go in and take the shade right here. This is the shade called Silk Cream. And it's just a beautiful light brown shade that's just going to be a couple of shades darker. How many times have I said shade? A couple of shades darker than my natural skin tone. And that's what you're going to want for a transition shade, just so it blends all your eyeshadows out, you know, easier as you go through the process of blending and applying more shadows to your eye. A transition shade is going to be there to help you blend and just help it look more seamless. Alright, now I'm going to go in with the shade Pooter, and it's just a more neutral, kind of coolish, neutrally cooly mid-tone brown shade, and I'm just going to do pretty much the exact same thing, just moving this around in the crease, kind of using it as a transition shade as well. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the shade Buns right there, and it's just a beautiful kind of just warmy reddish brown shade. It's a little bit darker than Pooter, obviously, and I'm just going to move this around in my crease as well, just keeping it a little bit lower and then smoking it out. And you're also going to see that it's going to look a lot more seamless and blended now that you have those transition shades there set down first, whereas if you went in with Buns first, then it wouldn't be as seamless or as blended. It really gives you that light to dark look if you use transition shades. So okay, now I'm just going to take just an extra step. You guys really don't have to do this. It's optional. I'm pretty extra when it comes to blending and shades like that, or using a bunch of shades. So this is completely optional, but I just want it to have a little bit more of a yellowy warm tint to it on the top part of the crease. So I'm going to take the shade Butter right here, and I'm just going to take that with an E40 Sigma blending brush just like this. It's just a very lightweight blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that around over top of buns, just a little bit, not too much. Alright, now in the lower crease area, I'm going to take the shade Chip right here. It's just a more warm, fudgy brown. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going to blend that around deep into my crease area and then smoking it out. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Soda Pop right here. You guys know I love this dark purple plum shade. If you've seen any of my past videos, you know that every time I use this palette, I usually always use that shade because I just love it. But I'm just going to take that shade and I'm going to not smudge. That's kind of a weird word to use, but I'm just going to smoke it out on my outer V, a little bit on my inner corners, and into the deeper crease area. And then after that, I'm just going to layer Abyss, which is the color right next to it. It is a dark black, and I'm just going to layer that over top of it as well. I just want to have that plummy purple shade there just to give it a little bit more depth, make it look just, I don't know, extra, I guess. So yeah, feel free to not use the purple shade if you don't want to, but I want to. Alright, just to make sure that that black is nice and smoked out and blended, I'm going to take a Morphe M513 brush and I'm going to smoke it out using Buns, which is right here, yeah. And then I'm going to go take a little bit of butter afterwards, but feel free to not use butter if you don't want to. Alright, now I'm just going to carve out kind of a half-cut crease. A half-cut crease using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and then I'm going to fill it in using, don't mind the cap, it's disgusting looking, but I'm going to fill it in using this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade of Black Bean. I just want to use a black cream over top of it because when I put the eyeshadow over top, it's like using a white. It brings out different hues in that eyeshadow shade that you apply over top of it, and I like using a black for the blue just because it gives it more depth and it looks more just dark and smoky and pretty, and it brings out just different hues that you wouldn't see in it if you just put it over top of the concealer, or if you put it over top of a white, it would bring different hues to the camera, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that sounds confusing, but that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, now I'm going to apply Twerk right here. It's just that really pretty royal blue. And I'm just going to apply that over that black cream shadow. Alright, next I'm going to take the shade Abyss right here, and I'm just going to blend out that blue just a little bit, just kind of hide some of those edges and make sure it's all seamless. I'm going to use an E25 Sigma brush for this, just because it's a whole lot smaller and it makes it easier to blend it out. Alright, now I feel like I'm putting in a lot of optional steps, but here's another one. You guys don't have to do this, but I just kind of wanted a little bit of pizzazz on the inner corner, so I'm going to take the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter Eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dust. It's just a really pretty champagne-y silver shade, but I'm just going to take the slightest amount on a little teeny tiny detailer brush like this, and I'm just going to pop that on the inner corners. Alright, now I'm going to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone using the shade in Light, which is right here. It's just the more neutral, kind of neutrally cool toned highlight shade. I don't really... My dad's mowing the grass. Anyways, it's the more cool tone neutrally highlight, and I want to use that instead of the more yellowy one, just because we're usually blues. Forget it, never mind. Alright, so now moving on to the face, I'm going to take my custom enhancing drops from Cover FX. It's in the shade of Moonlight. You guys know I love this stuff, and I'm just going to apply this to sort of the high points of my face and things like that. He's coming back around. But yeah, I'm just going to apply this to my face first because I want a luminosity under my foundation, and you will see that I am now finally using the stick foundation side of this thing, this foundation stick. I've only used the contour side, so this will be sort of a first impression on here because I have yet to use it. So you will see all my thoughts right here on camera, first time I use it. Alright, like I said, I'm going to use the foundation side of the foundation and contour stick. I got the shade 1.0, so we'll see if that works. It honestly looks... I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Well, it didn't really fully cover this little friend right here. Just kidding, he's not a friend. But it did cover pretty much everything that I have on this side. I've kind of just like, it's like scarring, but some of it, I don't even know what it is. It's like, it's there, and then sometimes it's flat, and then sometimes it likes to raise, and then it goes back to being flat. I have no idea. But yeah, it covered up that pretty well. It covered up my other little friend over here, but this one is pretty massive, and I'm not really surprised that it didn't cover that. But other than that, I really like it. I think the color looks well, it blended out nice, and it's just super creamy and good. So now I'm just going to conceal my under eyes using, and also this, using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Neutral. Alright, now I'm just going to set my under eyes really quickly using my Airspun powder from Coty. I have trouble saying that. Alright, you guys know that I love the contour side of the Smashbox Shaping Foundation Stick. So yeah, I'm just going to cream contour. Okay, and now I'm just going to set the lighter parts of my face using my Airspun powder from Coty. And then I'm just going to bronze up and set the contoured area using my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. Alright, now I'm just going to blush my face using the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. I'm just going to use at least what is left of mine. Alright, as you guys know, for highlight, I'm going to take my Anastasia Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit. And I'm just going to take the shade Kitty Cat and Glow Getter, and I'm just going to mix those on my brush and apply that to my cheekbones and the tip of my nose. Alright, on my bottom lash line, I'm going to go in first with the shade Buns. And I'm just going to first just set that down on my bottom lash line, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Twerk right here, and I'm just going to pop that kind of more in the center of the bottom lash line and just blend it out. And then on the very outer edges, I'm going to take the shade Abyss. It's just that super dark black shade, and I'm just going to mix that around, or not mix it, but blend it around on the very outer edge of the bottom lash line. Alright, now just to make sure that the bottom lash line is very blended and smoked out, not right now, it's not, I'm going to take the shade Butter right here, or you could take Pooter if you don't want to take Butter, whatever you want to do, and I'm just going to smoke out any of those dark shades so there's no harsh lines. Alright, now I'm going to pop on my Lilly Lashes in the style Miami. You guys know I'm obsessed with these. Alright, now for lips, I'm going to line them first using the NYX Lip Pencil in the shade Soft Brown. And then I'm just going to, I'm going to line them and then fill them in just a little bit. And then I'm going to apply the Buxom White Russian gloss just over top of it. Alright, now last but not least, I'm going to set my face. What? I'm going to set my face using the All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray from Urban Decay. Alright guys, that's the end of this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big ol' thumbs up and subscribe down to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And yes, I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.